Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, the 27th of April, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Blue Marlin Academy to host swimming competition, and in our feature for this evening, Antigua and Barbuda females beat Nevis in T20 encounter. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Now to cricket, Brandon King and Zachary McCaskey missed out on hundreds as Team Weeks dominated the opening day of the second match of the Headley Weeks Tri-Series on Wednesday. In addition to King's 92 and McCaskey's 93, Jamar Hamilton 57 and Kevin Sinclair 52 not out weighed in with half centuries to help propel their side to an already imposing 365 for 7 at the end of day one. Fast bowler McKenny Clark was lively and penetrative as he claimed a free for 89, including 2 wickets in the first session, which caused a temporary wobble. King then brought his natural attacking flair with 11 fours and 2 sixes from 148 balls. Summary scores: Team Weeks 365 for 7, Zachary McCaskey 93, Brandon King 92, Jamar Hamilton 57, Kevin Sinclair 52 not out, McKenny Clark 3 for 91, and Naim Young 2 for 75. We'll take this break, and I'll be back with our feature for this evening. Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. The T20 aspect of the Leeward Islands Female Cricket Tournament bowled off at the Eat-A-Willet Park on Wednesday, 26 April. Host Nevis faced off with Antigua and Barbuda. The visitors won the toss and elected to take first knock. 2 early wickets must have created a stir in their dressing room, but the in-form Amanda Edwards batted superbly and found a willing ally in Jenison Richards. Eventually, Antigua and Barbuda got to a challenging 99 for 8 in their allotted 20 overs. The home team was doing well once Melissa Clark and later Rosal Liebert were at the crease, but Captain Chian Moses, true to form, parted the Red Sea, picking up those 2 crucial wickets. That exposed the long Nevis tail, which managed to wag to 86 for 9. Summary scores: Antigua and Barbuda 99 for 8, Amanda Edwards 36, Jenison Richards 20, Martha Dukan picked up 3 for 14, Rosa Liebert 2 for 20, and Ashina Freeman 1 for 14. Nevis 86 for 9 in 20, Melissa Clark 42, Rosa Liebert 18, Chian Moses 3 for 5, Amanda Edwards 3 for 16, 15. Jenison Richards 1 for 6. Antigua and Barbuda women won by 13 runs. Nevis should have engaged St. Kitts today at the Connery grounds, and that would also have been another T20 encounter. Let's take in some of the action from yesterday's game.
So it seems as if there will be a change after the first over. Apparently, we're going to have the real wicket keeper Wallace to take duties after the first over. Apparently there was some issue and she wasn't quite ready when the team was going on the field of play, but she is just about getting ready. But it's going to be Roselle Libert, who had a 5 for yesterday, starting here from the pavilion. Oh, that's a full toss and it's swung into the onside. There's a fielder deep. And they're off and running with a single. Here goes once more. Libert, better delivery. She's hitting that one inside out, over extra cover, down to over long off, really, into the boundary for 4. It's a T20 encounter, and you could see the intention right away. She just launched it. Lovely shot that right away. Dav has been sent back on the long off boundary, and the fine leg has been brought in. So they've seen the intention and they are deciding that they're going to try to get her to repeat that shot. Let's see what happens. She's driving, gets down, stops it nicely, getting down in the approved manner. That's Martha Dukan. So it's going to be Libert once more. Roselle moving in once more to bowl. Flatter. And well taken by the wicketkeeper. So the youthful wicketkeeper starting today. And taking that one very nicely indeed. So it's going to be Libert once more. Moving in now to bowl. Here she goes. She's swinging that one away. The mid-wicket has a long run. She won't be able to pull that in. That's 4. Taking it on the full. And the intention is so clear here that she has decided that she's going to really launch a few here today. Here goes once more. Roselle Libert moves in now to bowl. She's driving. That's a lovely shot. Finds a gap in the offside. The fielder is chasing after it, but only to retrieve. That's another 4. That's a very expensive over. And 3 4s in the over. Good start by Antigua and Barbuda. So Antigua off to a rapid start. Some 3 bounces in that over. By my reckoning, it's 13 for no loss. As Clark starts, he's flashing and missing. Well taken by Wallace. So Antigua off to a rapid start. Some 3 bounces in that over. By my reckoning, it's 13 for no loss. As Clark starts, he's flashing and missing. Well taken by Wallace. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Flash and a miss. And true to the keeper. Well taken again by Wallace. She goes once more. Clark moves in now to bowl. Good delivery. That's, well, not cleanly taken by Wallace, but she was definitely pushing tentatively. So it's going to be Clark. She has started well. Moves in now to bowl. Good delivery. She comes down on it. Pushes it into the offside. Can't score. So Clark has started pretty well. She moves in once more to bowl. Here she goes. Good delivery again. Beaten and Clark as she moves in once more to bowl. Short. She's getting a bit of bat onto that. Short fine leg comes around. Can't score. Well, Roselle Libert, roughed up in her first over, has been given a second. Here she goes. Moves in now to bowl. Flatter delivery. She swings. Taken. Melissa Clark takes the catch. running in at mid-on. So after hammering Rosa Libert in the first over, she has fallen for the trap, trying to go aerial once more and holding out to Melissa Clark, who really don't drop too many. That was a good catch. So it's going to be Rosa Libert bowling now to the new batter. Here she goes, moves in now. She's on driving. That's a nice looking shot. Melissa Clark is there, tries for the direct hit, backed up nicely. Here goes once more. Russell bowls flat and good delivery. She's choked on that back foot but sticks the bat at it and keeps it out. Back of us, Watts is entertaining the pavilion, but on the field of play, Libert bowled, good delivery, bowled! Clean bowled! She played right around it, and Russell Libert has struck. She has picked up her second wicket. And after a flashy start, Antigua and Barbuda struggling slightly, like when a boat is going through the channel between St. Kitts and Nevis, all of a sudden the water's looking a little rough here. So the new batter will settle. We'll have to get some names when we get the score sheet. So here goes. It's going to be Libert moving in now to bowl. Good start. Pushes nicely. And there's Sonali Willett shadowing it. Melissa Clark is in attendance, can't score. It's a much better over this from Libert, who picked up a 5 for yesterday and has started well now in her second over. Roughed up in her first, but certainly a big comeback here. Flat and beaten, well taken that time by Wallace. And that ends a good over from Rosa Libert. Here goes now. Clark moves in now to bowl. She's swinging at that. Can Marta pull it in? She stops it nicely. They get a single. The ball was traveling, so Marta did well. Here goes once more. Clark moves in now to bowl. Good delivery, punched into the offside. Thinking of the single. Fielder comes across, bubbles with it. They think about the single a second time. And there she was, kind of waiting for them to run. So it's going to be Melissa Clark once more from the historic Barter to then. Moves in now. This time she goes short. She swings that high, hard and handsome towards the boundary. Can't stop it. It's gone for 4. She definitely tried to dig that one in. It did not get up, and the batter was strong enough to lift it over mid-on, and intrusive intent still being shown by the Antigua batters. As here goes. Clark moves in now. Better delivery, swung away into the onside. There's nobody deep. She has a long chase. I don't know if she's going to pull that in. The ball is traveling, and she can't pull it in. It's another 4. Here she goes once more. Clark being roughed up in this over now. Both Fuller, and that time she's beaten. There's Wallace not holding on to that one. True to the keeper. Clark once more from the batter tail end. Races in now to bowl. Swing and a miss. She definitely launched at that. Threw everything at it, missed it. True to the keeper. Well taken by Wallace. That ends the over. Over number 3 completed. So Libert will continue. She has picked up 2 wickets so far. 1 caught and 1 bowled. Remember, she picked up a 5 for yesterday and really started a little bit raggedy with her first over. Was roughed up a bit, 3 boundaries, persisted with by the captain Willett, and picked up 2 wickets. Here's over number 3 for her. Flicks it, and they're saying the non-striker said no. Fielder was racing in, prevents the single. So it will be Libert once more. Here she goes. Rosa Libert moves in now to bowl. Pushes it quietly. There's Sonella Willett shadowing it. Uses the left foot. And may one day play for Manchester United. She just tracked it and got it back to the bowler. So here goes. It's gonna be Libert moves in now to bowl. They're driving back up the strip to the bowler who stops it in the approved manner. So she has started pretty well in this over too. But settles, tall, easy looking stance, looks relaxed as here goes Libert, bowls, flatter, beaten outside the often well taken there, shadowing the stump as well. That was Wallace. Took that very well indeed. So Libert moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery, well lined, but well negotiated by the batter. Came on the front foot and stroked it down to mid-on. Melissa Clark feels can't get a run. So they normally would say at this stage of the over, finish good. Here's Libert moving in now to bowl. Struck on the pad, but that's going away down the leg side. Loud appeal by the dramatic Roselle Libert. She's a case and a half, I could tell you. Very energetic, very much involved in the game, shouting her appeal at Carl Tuckett, who was not impressed. That ends the over. Well, Clark has been given a bit of a rest, and Davinique Maynard comes into the attack. Yesterday she was looping them quite a bit. Here goes now. That's a good start. Punches it into the offside. Roselle Libert gets there, picks it up easily, can't score. So it's going to be Maynard. Bowled a couple of high full tosses, no balls yesterday. Needs to correct that. That's not a bad delivery. Why? She pulled that. Oh my goodness, that went past her like a tracer bullet. She was diving across and made off, but that was hit so hard. And I could tell you this much. Davinique Maynard thought initially of putting out her hand because it was in the air. And I think she remembered that that finger got busted yesterday on her left hand. No, I think it was on her right hand, but she certainly didn't want her other hand to get damaged. She pulled it away quickly. So here goes once more, moves in now to bowl. She's on the back foot, pushes more gently. There's Roselle Libert misfielding badly. Or would she say that she was only shadowing the ball? And it went through, made off, cleaned up, didn't look for a run. For the moment, it looks as if they're not too interested in the singles. It's boundaries. Better delivery and a little batter, I thought, into that. Popped up in the offside away from wicketkeeper Wallace, safely though. So it's going to be Davinique Maynard. She prepares now to bowl. Here she goes. Short, 2 shots. Swung away that 6. She really launched that. She saw the opening there. It was short and down the leg side, and she heaved ho. Launched it way over the backward of square boundary for 6, sorry. So Maynard prepares to bowl once more. Here she goes, moves in now, short again. She's smashing it towards the offside. Madoff is only running to retrieve that 4. She hit it hard again. That's one thing about this batter. When she hits them, they stay hit. And that's a very expensive over. Some 14 runs in the over. Well, Martha Dukan, she picked up 2 wickets yesterday. She's into the attack now. She prepares to bowl. Once into the offside and can't score. Hello. Here she goes, moves in now. Well, that's not Martha, sorry. That was that's Sanelda Willett. She pulled out, pulled away. So Sanelda Willett is the bowler. Here goes Willett, bowls. And that's a wide. Can the fine leg stop it? She does. Swinging into that and could only get as far as just in front of the Willett. Moves in now to bowl. She's driving, stopped there by Kazel. Hey, what's up? So is Captain Sanelda Willett moving in once more to bowl. She's smashing at that, and Wallace didn't hold on to that, but it went through past the bat. So it's going to be Willett once more, making a slight adjustment to her field as she prepares to bowl. Medium pace from the pavilion, then moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery, but nicely played. Punched into the offside. Nobody's chasing that. That's going to run away. There was a belated run, and certainly that's Dav finally getting around here, but that's a long run for Dav. Somebody inside here should have been chasing after that. So it's going to be Willett once more. Can't afford to give width to these players. She's launching it, but it's dropping short again of Dav, who races in, gets it on the bounce, and gets a single, and that ends the over. Amanda Edwards is the name, and she made 40-something against St. Kitts in that game. Retired and apparently was sick for the 50-over encounter, but she certainly beaten ball here. She has moved on now to 28. Edwards, she makes a weight. So Amanda Edwards is being partnered by Jenison Richards, the off spinner, all rounder. Here goes, punches it into the offside, finds the gap, does she? Good bit of fielding there. That was great work as she pulled it in. Good stop in the end, and they only got a single. The outfield seems to be lightning fast. The ball is traveling here, so that brings Richards into strike. 46 the score for the loss of 2. Weighing over number 8 according to what I just saw on the score sheet. Rosa Liebert has the 2 wickets to fall so far. Here's Davanique, moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery. She comes solidly forward, pushes it into the onside, can't score. That was well bowled, and it was also well played. Richards would settle as Dav moves in now short, and she's punching it. That's a lovely shot, but gets behind it, does that looks like Annie, and stopping it nicely. Can't score, but again the ball coming off the bat nicely and rushing down the hill. So Dav moves in once more to bowl to Richards. Richards is getting a wide, knocked down by the wicketkeeper Wallace. So Nevis will travel to St. Kitts tomorrow to take on St. Kitts in the T20 encounter. Here goes, she's swinging into that. Melissa Clark drops it. She got right under it. Got those hands around it, Melissa Clark. She hardly drops those. And she floated. Well, that's not good news. Well, they got one in the process. So Edwards settles. She's driving almost belatedly. Looks as if she was thinking about a big heave and then just laid back and stroked it up to long off and can't score. That ends the over. .49 for 2. Standing up straight, pushes it back up the strip to the bowler, can't score. So Richards it is in strike as Willett turns and prepares now to move in to bowl to Richards. Here goes, bowls to Richards. Richards is turning at a wide delivery. Well stopped. Brilliant effort that by the fielder at fine leg, diving across and saving it. But a wide signal by the umpire. So it's going to be Willett once more. Sanello races in now to bowl to Ed Beaton. Well taken that time by Wallace, and she was comprehensively beaten that time. Here goes once more. Willett bowls, punches it nice into the offside, gets down in the approved fashion, stops it nicely. Can't score. And I'm getting the impression that Clark is thinking about going off. Her left hand is banded, and maybe right hand, has abandoned it. Maybe in taking that catch, she did some damage to her hand. Here goes once more. That's a good delivery. That one came back and pushed it gently into the offside. Well fielded, can't score. So here goes. Willett moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery. And a good call as well, because Willett really should have stopped that. And she apparently was more concerned about almost getting the wicket and just not going after the ball. And a good call there by Richards, and should have went for the single. Well, after a little bit of jostling of the field, it's Dav continuing now to bowl to Richards. Richards is just pushing it back up the strip to the bowler, and just getting on the back foot and just pushing it hard back up the strip to the bowler. Here's Dav once more to bowl to Jenison Richards. Moves in now to bowl, driving in the air just past that damaged right hand of Davonique, and again looked very tentative in pushing it towards the ball there. Almost looks as if she pulled it back again, and who can blame her? Doesn't want to get that busted finger damaged any further. I could tell you this much, injuries such as those are very expensive to deal with. Here goes once more, loops it up. She's driving, the mid-off is wide, she comes across. Will she field it? She does, and gets the return in. So Amanda Edwards looks very aggressive indeed. Here goes, moves in now. Davonique loops it up, she's driving. This time the bowler gets behind it, stops it nicely. And you get the impression that something is going to give here. Something has to give. Here goes now, bowls. She's swinging into that all along the ground, down towards long off, who comes in and stops it nicely. Okay, one more to the total. So that brings the ultra aggressive Edwards, Amanda Edwards, into strike. Here goes. Look, that's a good delivery. She plays it a lot more tentatively. There's Cazell Williams racing across to get the body behind it. And not a bad over. That ends the over. Unlike yesterday, very hot conditions here. No cloud cover really. Pretty clear skies. And where there are clouds, pretty white. So bright sunshine here at the E2W. Willett bowls, that must be a wide. Duly signaled by Carl Tuckett.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.